Muchachos to Fire Lava 88 rates random ships that you guys put in the responses. They're like 90% Fate, so we're gonna say they're Fate ships, but I think there's a few here that are other stuff. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first one it says here is Sigurd and Brynhild. I am kind of neutral towards them, honestly. I remember them being kind of funny in one of the summer events, but I never finished the summer event. So I think I'm gonna give them a 6 out of 10. Okay, the next one we have is Tristan and Melchulus. I wonder who put that there. So many options. I really do wonder who must have requested this one. I think they're cute. I like the color combo. I did not play the event they interacted with but I'm gonna give it a 7. I think it's peak. Davinci and Romani. Romani has been dead for way too long. I am forgetting so much of the part 1 story. I think they're cute. I think they're very funny together. I remember the screenshots of them like drinking coffee and judging everybody. Very funny. I'm gonna have to give them like a 7. Shinsaku, Takasugi, and Okuni. I know nothing about either of them because I skipped anything that I skipped the White Day or Valentine's event that the first guy was in. But I like Okuni. She's very pretty. I think they look cute together. I think they look pretty together. I'll give that a 7 or an 8. Rasputin and Muramasa. That's a great question. I don't know. Isn't Muramasa in like Chiro's body? I don't know. I personally don't like it. I mean, I haven't heard of it till now, but I'm gonna have to give that like a 3 or 4, unfortunately. Okay, next up is Ilimiu. There's 2 people who could have put this in. I originally would have given it like a 2, but because of my scary mutuals and their dedication, I'm gonna have to bump it up to like a 5 or a 6. I don't hate them. Alright, Charmori. I wonder who submitted that one. Questions. No, I think it's cute. I think the edits that this one person keeps making are very cute, and I didn't think of it till they posted about it, but I have to give that like a 7. I'm giving a lot of 7s, but like I like most of these. The next one says, I haven't seen Fate, but based on the pic you posted on TikTok and a bit of research to find their names, I think Canis and Mashed Curiolite would make a cute lesbian couple. And unfortunately they wouldn't. And I'm saying like unfortunately because I'm kind of mad it doesn't work. In another timeline where these characters were completely different characters, I would love it and it would be so cute. But because this is Fate Grand Order and because the characters are who they are, I'm gonna have to give that a 1 or a 2. And I'm mad it doesn't work. I would have preferred it. Alright, I saw this one on Pixiv, so bear with me. Martha and Jean. I think it's cute. They're both saints, right? So like, I don't know. I don't like Martha. I think her color scheme's ugly. But other than, I think Jean balances that out though, so yeah, 7. I swear I'll stop giving 7s. Subaru and Beatrice, I'm gonna have to look up, hold on. Okay, I'm back from looking it up. So yeah, I'm not a ReZero fan. I'm gonna have to give that a 1, that looks like a kid. Alright. Also, Beatrice's haircut is pissing me off. Okay, somebody put Shiro X Ilya, and I'm sure they're happy that this is voice acted, so like, or voiced, so they can hear my discomfort, because it's a lot funnier like that. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to give that a 0. No. Okay, someone put Mizuki X Rui. I actually, out of all the Mizuki ships, I like this one. I think they have cute color combos together, and I did not read the story, but they seem to have a cool friendship with the middle school stuff. I do like it. I'm gonna give that a 7. Okay, next one, Gilkiru. I like them. They're just one of those ships where it's like, okay, yeah, I don't have anything to say about them. I like them. I have a keychain of them, and I'll put that on screen if I end up editing this a lot. I'm gonna give them an 8. Jalter and Brynhilder, or Brynhild, they look cute together, I guess. They're both kind of crazy, I think. I'll give that a 6. Yeah, seems chill. Tamamo and Hakuno, in brackets both. Me personally, I think Tamamo with the female Hakuno is a 7, or like, yeah, 7. And then Tamamo with the male Hakuno is a 5, because I think male Hakuno sucks and he's ugly. Hell yeah. Okay. Ibuki Doji and Ashia Domen. Wait. Which one's Ibuki? Hold on. Okay, that was embarrassing. I'm back. Yeah. I think that one's fun. I'll give it a 6. Seems chill. Karen and Hassan of the Serenity. Give that one like a 5 or a 6. Tenochi and Iskali. I kind of have beef with Iskali. Something about him made me very angry. So, I mean, I like their dynamic. I don't know if I like it as a ship though. I'm gonna have to give that one a 4, I'm sorry. Next is Semiramis and Amakusa. I like them. I like them in Apocrypha. I think they were cute. I would have to give that a 7 or an 8. Mordred and Mash. I think they'd be a funny dynamic, yeah. I'll give that a 7. 6 or 7. Okay. Ozymandias and Gilgamesh. I kind of don't care for either of the characters, so I'm gonna have to give that a 4. Kageoki, I'm gonna guess is Kagetora and Okita. I personally prefer Okita and Nobunaga, but I don't hate it. I'll give it a 6 or 7. Next one says, okay, the relationship is kind of weird, but Siegfried and Kriemhild. I kind of forget what happened in Trom when they were interacting. I just remember a switch up at the end of it. I think Kriemhild is very pretty and Siegfried kind of looks goofy. So I don't know what that influences in my ranking, but I think I'm gonna have to give that like a 5 or a 6. Mi X Miu. So, unfortunately, I don't know who put this, so I could not say who Mi is, but they're probably a pedophile. I'm sorry, I'm joking. Next one is Shiro X Ilia in brackets Prillia universe, which does not make it better. I'm gonna have to give that one a 0. Okay, next one is Ishtar and Enkidu. I remember editing them when I asked people for Valentine's Day edit requests 2 years ago, I think. I think that that's a fun rare pair. I'd have to give that a 7, 6 or 7, yeah. I'm really giving only 6 and 7s. Next is Tristan and Bedivere. I'm kind of just neutral towards this one. It's not bad. 5 or 6. Oberon X, the fly swatter. Yeah, kill him. I give that one a 10. Kukulkan and Joanna. I think their colors work. Yeah, hell yeah, why not? Let's do a 6. That's yes. Wait, 6 or 7? Yeah, something like that. Okay. Kohaku and Akiha in brackets if Tsukahime is okay. Tsukahime is okay, but I unfortunately do not play Tsukahime, so I shall look them up just a second. Okay, yeah, I'm back. They seem pretty chill. I don't really have much to say, unfortunately, because I am not a Tsukahime fan, but, yes, 6. Alright, we got a few more. Asteros and Uriel. They'd be cute in theory, but I don't know, Uriel kind of looks like a kid, and I don't know what's going on with Asteros. Again, I don't, they'd be cute in theory, but in practice, I don't know, I don't really care for it too much. I have to give that one like a 4. Kiama and Kiara. 2 beasts. I think they're cute. I think that's fun. I'll give that a 6. Someone says, what about Katoana? I'm not answering that because I think y'all know my answer. Somebody says Mix Chloe. We have a lot of Prisma Ilia fans here because the one below says Ilia X Me. I do not know who me is still. We're just gonna skip that one. Edmund Dantes and Guriko. I see this a lot. I kind of did not fully play the Prison Tower event thing, so I cannot give too much of an opinion. They seem chill though, so I'll give it a 6. James Moriarty and Dante Aguilera. I love Moridan, or Dan Mori. I love them so much. I give them a 9 out of 10. Or like, no. 10 out of 10. Super peak fiction. Alright. Van Gogh and Jacques de Molay. In brackets, foreigner. I don't know much about either characters, unfortunately. I mean, I think their colors work out. I'll give that like a 5 or a 6. I think the ranking would change a lot if I played the Imaginary Scramble event, but I did not. Alright, next, I asked you guys all to give me a ship from a franchise I don't know, and I will judge them off of vibes. So, first one is Clip Puzzle 545, an accelerator. I don't know what's going on with the first person. Looking a little crazy there, but they seem chill. I think I'll give that a 6. Jack Lacey from Pandora Hearts. So when I looked them up, I want to say the first 20 images, I found a TikTok link to one of my Moots edits. That's unrelated though. I like the color scheme of purple and yellow and or green depending on the image. I think they look cute. I'll give that a 7. Next one is Zack X Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. They look fine. Probably just the style of the game, but I unfortunately think they kind of look a little boring. But I guess that's because I'm used to like anime characters with bright hair. I'll give them a 6. Next says Aegon X Lucerus, and when I looked them up, the first thing I got was some strange AO3 links. Other than that, they seem fine. Give that a 5. Dante X Virgil from Make the Exorcist Fall in Love. Virgil's haircut looked goofy. I'll give that one a 5. Sisfree from Beyblade Burst. I don't like. I have beef with the color green, unfortunately. And I think the green did not like green works sometimes. Like I think I said for a previous one that the green and purple worked, but this one is green and yellow, but it was like this Christmas tree green, and that color combo made me angry. So purely based on that, unfortunately, I cannot rank it higher than a 5. Tell one of the guys to get hair dye or something, and I'll bump it up to a 7. Next one is Vivi and Luffy. I don't know. Luffy looks like a guy who's just doing his own thing, like Ash Ketchum style, not settling down and just like, I don't know, being the Pirate King and finding the One Piece. I have not watched One Piece, as you can tell. I don't know, Luffy doesn't look like a shippable character. I'm gonna have to give that one a 3. Next one says, I don't know if you know Fire Emblem Three Houses, I think. But Dorothy X Petra, or Dorothea X Petra. I think they look cute. I like purple. I'm gonna give that one a 7. Link X Zelda. Yeah, that one's a classic. I'll give them like a 7 or an 8. Shiori X Ariel from So I'm a Spider, So What? I like the contrast between like the really light colors and the dark colors with rainbow still on it. Yeah, I think the color combination looks fun. I think I'll give that one a 7. Marisol X Don. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that, from Limbus Company. I looked them up and I think Marisol looks ugly, and Dawn deserves better. So I'm gonna give that a 2. Next one is Hajime Hatsutori X Noriyuki Utsugi. I think they look chill together. I'm gonna give that one a 7. I like how one guy looks like evil and mysterious and the other dude's he's pink. Alright, the next one says Rich Drew. Drooling emoji. I looked them up. I'm gonna give them a 6 or a 7. They look fine. They look nice. I don't know what's up with the blonde guy looking scared and concerned in every image. Next is Noelle Vermillion x Tsubaki Yayoi from Blaze Blue. Noelle serves a lot of cunt, and I am not so sure about Tsubaki. I don't like how Tsubaki. I don't like her outfit. If she gets a costume change, maybe we'll bump it up. But for now, 5 out of 10. Noelle deserves better. She's beautiful. She's serving. I don't know about the other girl. Next one is Otsuho Ryuji x Orin. Let's go lesbians. 7 out of 10. Next off is Lotan x Helot from Morimans. In brackets, please check out Morimans. It's so cool, I swear. I think both characters served a lot of cunt, so I'm gonna have to both give them a 7 or an 8. Now off to anything you want to add / say. Alright. Thanks for the Anastasia and Kata compilation. I don't see the full video yet, but I'm planning. Hell yeah, peak fiction. I love Charlemagne and Roman da Vinci are my parents. Wonder who wrote that one. Hi, May. Hello. I love your content, but I speak Spanish originally, but I try hard to understand each video. Thank you so much. I don't know if my videos are worth going through the effort of trying to understand, but I appreciate it a lot. Next says, Ilimiu, is that serious? I'm sure it is, Ilimiu. You're so cool, by the way. Thank you so much. I try to be. I was gonna think of something funny to say, but I don't have anything right now. Next person says, damn, Canis a baddie, not gonna lie. You know what? Hell yeah. Someone says, I don't know. Me neither. Hi, it's iPlay. Good morning. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha to you too. Next says, Ehi uu hoa. Next one says meow. Woof. Next one says, hi oomph. Hello, oomph. Next one in all caps says, rhinoceros beetle, rhinoceros beetle. If I say it a third time, will a rhinoceros beetle come out? Next person says, I ship for unserious vibes most of the time. Me too. Best ship, Jackie the Kraken x Oberon, in brackets real. I agree. Last message says, you're cool. I had time between this one and the other one to think of a funny response, and I did not get one. Alright, that's all we have today. Thank you so much for your submissions. I'll try to be more interesting next time. Ciao, ciao, brochachos.